I've been to this event many times, and it always looks great from out there, but it looks really amazing from up here. So, and thank you, Patricia, for that warm and wonderful introduction and for stealing every part of my speech. Thank you so very much. But let me thank SAGE, the staff, the board, the volunteers, for all the work that you do day in and day out, working to support our seniors, older LGBT New Yorkers, for whom many would not have any support if it was not for SAGE. So thank you. I also wish to congratulate the other honorees tonight, especially our good friends, Ted Snowdon and Duffy Violante. And I need to thank someone who has been there with me for the last 20 years, supporting and loving me, even when I wasn't necessarily home all the time or when I wasn't cranky. And when I was cranky, Leslie Sharp, my spouse. Leslie agreed to remove herself from the country this week so she could be here tonight to see me receive this award. This honor is especially meaningful to me, to receive the Paula Ettelbrick Community Service Award, named after a woman who was a brilliant lawyer and legal theorist for our community, and a friend, yes, and a friend I met just a few weeks after she arrived in New York from Michigan, and this award in her name, to receive it, it touches me more than you could know. 25 years ago, when I was elected to the state legislature as the first openly LGBT member, it was 1990, and it was just a few years after we had received protection in New York City for our basic civil rights. But it wouldn't be until 2002 that those same rights, protection from discrimination, would become law throughout New York State. Think of that, 2002. Now, it's hard to remember what life was like for our community when I was first elected. Many of the organizations that have flourished and responded to the various needs of our community were in their infancy. I'm proud of the work I did and continue to do in Albany to ensure that our community gets its fair share of resources so these organizations can serve people who need these services. And I was pleased to work with SAGE to find the funding to support SAGE's Veterans Project. So many LGBT people served in the military and yet were discharged specifically because of their sexual orientation. Once Don't Ask, Don't Tell was rescinded, it became clear that the services available to veterans were being denied to LGBT vets. This project works with our vets to ensure that their military status is upgraded and access to services is assured. So a very big thanks to our vets. And to SAGE for helping them reestablish their access to services. Now, you will be surprised to learn that I actually enjoy my time in Albany. There are very few distractions from work, regardless of what you've read in the paper. When I first started, the incredible stereotypes held by many of my colleagues, who at the time were mostly white, mostly older men, made it easy for me to surprise them at just how normal we all are. But the good news is the world is changing, and our community has seen the Supreme Court decide that our right to marry is a constitutional right. Thank you, Jim, for that, and thanks to all the attorneys and plaintiffs along the road to this victory, especially our two New York Jewish lesbians, Edie Windsor and Robbie Kaplan. But we still have much work to do so that future generations are assured of their place in society. And we are reminded by the Kim Davises of this country that we have a lot more work to do, but we are on the right side of history. And I thank you all for your support of my work in Albany, and thank you so very much for this award.